Sinister Parlour Podcast. Good evening, fiends. Welcome to another episode of Sinister Parlour Podcast. I'm Zombie Barbie, and tonight I have a very special guest who I've been trying to get on for a while, but everything keeps messing up with our stupid computer and the virus and all that fun stuff. But I have writer, actor, director, producer, Loren Lepre. Hello.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
I am so glad it finally worked. It's like, I swear.
Yeah, I think Zoom just has a lot of high traffic right now with everything going on.
But so you wrote, directed, produced, and acted in the movie The Dark Military, right?
Yes, I did.
That's so awesome. Your baby.
Yes, that is set up for my trilogy. So, it's the first installment. So, January 5th of this year, it's like we hit Amazon and Tubi and Able TV and all that. So, right now is like the push. So, this is where this great podcast, jumps in to meet some more, meet the community, meet more horror fans.
Definitely. So. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Good. So you're gonna do 3 of them?
Yeah, it was, and literally in the movie, my character Barabbas, he's talking about it because it's like, although the whole premise, like these guys, these people from the dark web get hired, and they're going to show up on Halloween and upgrade Halloween, and they're going to come back every year and do it, and they got assignments every year, and they're putting the fear back into Halloween, and there's a big team of them, and they're literally talking. Breaking the fourth wall during the movie about can't wait to come back and do this next year and stop us. They're taunting the government. Stop us, put us down. So So
which in the movie the government clearly can't do it. They can't even find you.
Well, without totally giving a lot of the movie away, this was the whole premise with the movie trailer was like. They give you a warning that they're coming, and no one took it seriously. So when they showed up, they weren't ready. Now, next year, kind of letting everybody know the Dark Military is still around. Obviously, there won't be sequels. Now the government's pissed, and they're going to be waiting. So I have a lot bigger mountain to climb next time with production value and much larger cast. Things got to get picked up, even more. So I basically put a lot more weight on me as the film director to make it as real. I made the movie as realistic as I could. I did a lot of research and stuff. I thought for the budget that I had with the resources and the network that I had, I'm very proud of the Dark Military, but I realized where the direction is going, it's got to get kicked up. Like if I'm still even going over the budget. If I can't get the budget to make this to where I need to go, I can't make it.
Yeah.
So, and I refuse to take a step back. It's not happening.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely. That's awesome. So how you said that you did a bunch of research and stuff, because that's so the dark web is how you just mentioned. Did you actually go like onto the dark web to research? Like how did you research for that? Because the dark web, I've read a little bit about it, and it seems so fucked up.
Yeah. First off, I hear so much about it. I won't go on it. Like, I don't even know. What do you do? Darkweb.com. I don't even know how the hell you get on.
Yeah. It can't be that easy. I don't know. It can't be that easy.
I look at in this world, as a personal level, like if me and you were texting or sending an email, I would never say anything that could throw up a red flag. I just look at you're being watched at all times to watch what you're saying. Yeah. I would never want to go on the dark web because I almost think what's this guy doing? Red flag. Keep an eye on him. I don't even want to even go there.
Yeah, that's what I would think too.
But but the whole premise of the movie is someone's found all these serial killers online and made his own military team out of it, so to speak. And he's going to put an upgrade in. So thank you. And I figured I wanted to have a variety meaning men and women that kicking ass in this film on one team. You know, I wanted something that everybody could relate to. And then I was like, oh, they're from the internet. They're from the internet. And I'm like, wait a minute, the dark web's a scary thing. No, they're from the dark web. You know, so that's basically where that part came from.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can't remember what brought it up, but I had watched something about dark web mystery boxes and stuff. So I didn't look up like the dark web. I just went on to like YouTube and, you know, put in dark web mystery boxes and shit like that. And so, you know, like with that, you don't know, is it really real? Did it really come from the dark web? Like, what was it? But I mean, there was some like fucked up shit in those boxes. And like supposedly people that get those boxes, there's been like murder weapons. There's been what do you call it? Like not clues, but what is it that the evidence? There's been like evidence in boxes. There's been stuff with like blood on it. And it's just, that's scary because you don't know where that shit comes from.
Yeah. So that's the coolest part about the dark military. You're just not supposed to know who they are. Like they, with the end of the movie and stuff, like they're telling you, like, the worst part about this is in a few minutes we're going to take our mask off and walk among you for the next year. You know, until they have to come back. Like that's scary stuff. If you really think about it, that's been happening forever.
Oh yeah.
You know. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say there's a group out there, but just in general, anyone who's murdering people is walking among you. You know.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah. What is that saying? They say a person passes a serial killer like what 8 times in their lives or something like that.
I don't have those numbers.
I'm like, come on, I want the statistics. You should know this.
Yeah. I'll believe it. But the dark military, though, was just was an idea that I just felt I hate the remake reboot stuff. I can't stand it. I think it's an insult to what you and I and the audience most likely grew up on. I just think we deserve better.
Yeah.
But I wanted to bring new horror movie icons to the table with good production value. That was phase 1 of the dark military. And I wanted something everybody could kind of relate to. And, you know, I got strong women presence in this movie and strong dudes. And at the same time, it's like I didn't want anybody remotely the same, you know, because everybody's different. You know, I wanted to see who you could gravitate to. And they also, because there was so many dark military members, I couldn't just have like, they all kill one person each. I was like, you're not building characters that way. And that's when you have like 70 cast members in the film all together, because they got to be able to kill more than one. Not that I'm not telling the audience there's 26 kills in the film, but you got to have a big build-up. You know, those characters can't just be like, oh, there's one kill. All right, they're done for the film. No, like you got to building the characters up, almost like in wrestling. You know, this is the first round. You're building the characters up, you know?
Definitely. Speaking of wrestling, I read that you were a pro wrestler and then turned MMA fighter.
Okay, yes. So I was in the wrestling business from 1997 to 04. I was more of a wrestling manager, but I have wrestled, and I was involved with the business straight across the boards. I did a lot of independence, and I used to work behind, using these words right, behind the scenes helping a promoter inside of ECW when that was going on. Wow. I never worked as a wrestler. My shoulders never hit the mat in ECW. That's never happened. That was the end goal, but we went bankrupt. And, it's like that's gone. So I still stayed with wrestling the next few years until I was doing martial arts for a very long time. And when MMA re-exploded, I jumped into that and I fought like amateurs in the smoker level is what it's called. I never made the big dance. Straight up, I didn't dedicate myself the way I should have. And then the film business hit me. And I was like, you know what? In wrestling, if you screw up, there's a million boos. And regardless, you're messed up and sore after. In an MMA fight, one wrong move, you're knocked out and everybody could be laughing at you. In acting, oh, you could do another take? Really? It's not like one and done. I was like, oh, this is going to be easy. So, yeah. I kind of just got into it. I was like, I'm not sore the next day. This is great.
You're like, hell yeah. And we can refilm it. We're good. So what we were talking about earlier, since we're talking about casting, so you said that you don't do casting calls.
Never. I'll tell you why. I know I'm not the first person to do it this way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying I'm rewriting the book, but I've got my rule book. Okay, like in Zombieland. Okay, this is how he lived. He had his rules, how he survived Zombieland.
Yeah.
But what I look at it like this. I was in a lot of films before the Dark Military. Okay, I've probably been in about 100 films, independent-wise now.
Holy shit!
For experience, and probably about 30 or 40 of them I've never seen. The public's never seen. It's like people who recorded stuff and then just never got back to it. Still experience, but that doesn't mean during all those shoots I wasn't meeting other actors that I'm like, this girl's got the goods. This guy's got the goods. I would like to work with this person. That's how I still started building my network. So one of the things I'm very big on, there's a lot of rules with me here. A lot of rules about here. I've seen so many people come to the movie set and pull me aside, like, Loren, this is so funny. What? I'm like, what? I didn't even read the script. That's not funny. I have a scene with you, dude. You know, like that's not funny to me.
Yeah.
You know, like I put a lot of time into this, and to top it all off, if I told the director I'm going to do your film, I'm expected to show up and know my lines.
Oh,
I'm
definitely.
expected to do my job, and this person's not taken seriously. So I may say keep this person as an acquaintance, but right there you burnt your bridge with me, because how do I know you're not going to do that to me?
Yeah.
You know, maybe someone's just being a hard time on the movie set, talking back to the director, why we shouldn't have this way, we should do it this way. I get rid of those people. Maybe a girl's coming to the set and can't stop talking about how great she is. You're going to be toxic when you come to the set. Maybe a guy's just chasing every girl around and doesn't know how to freaking, separate that. You're gone. So I just started plucking people who I knew could deliver the goods. And you know what? I had to pat myself in the back for at least this round. I had no problems on my movie set. So when it came time to the Dark Military, I literally just made phone calls. And I had a lot of people hit me up within the following week and be like, dude, I heard you're doing this movie. Where could I send my reel? What could I read? I'm like, that's done. I'm like, and if they said like, well, why didn't you hit me up? I either told them the truth, they may not have heard it. If I had something, I'm like, yo, I like you, but here's why I won't use you. Mm-hmm. Or, I'll get you next round. Maybe. Like, I don't, it depends who you are.
Yeah.
You got to humor these people around. But I drafted. It's just, do you get the phone call? Mm-hmm. That's how I did that for 70 actors. And literally I got three people couldn't do it out of the 70, so I just go right to the bench, get the next ones. But for the most part, that's exactly how I did it. And another reason I do this, I did what I did. I just told everybody I had 70 actors, especially the first day. Between the cast and crew, like the entire day, there was people rolling in and out. I had about 100 actors there that day. You got 100 people to total, okay? This is just day one. That was it. Everything started, shrinking down. But I always had about 30 people minimum for every night at the Dark Military shoots. Jeez. You gotta look at another thing. A lot of people should always have this in their mind. If you got that many people on a set that day, odds are they're not all going to be on camera at once. Mm-hmm. They're not all on camera at once. And you're not there. They're a mile over there because we're all deep in the woods just waiting for them to be called. How do you know all these actors are going to gel? And you and everyone listening right now, you have those particular groups of friends of like, I love this person. I love this person. I can never invite them to my house for the same party because their personalities are going to clash.
Yes, yeah. I know a few people like that.
Yes, exactly. So
I'm not going to invite them together. No, it'll be
exactly. Yeah, you kind of alternate them. It's like, I like them both, but so you had that too because you didn't need to like, we're on break and you go back and there's a big verbal fight. I can't work with this person. I don't want to do a scene with that, So luckily on my movie set, there were some shenanigans going on. I'm not going to tell you little things like that, but nothing was really too disruptive. Everyone got along great. We did kind of shoot for mostly part in the middle of nowhere on a farm, and there was a fresh litter of kittens. People who had dogs brought their dogs, and everything just meshed perfectly. So in between, it's like, yo, hey, look at this kitten. You're hanging out with the cats and dogs and stuff. So it was a good time. You have to look at who you're bringing in your movie set. That's energy. Mm-hmm. You don't want someone who's just like, I can't wait to wrap and go home. Like, you don't want that person who's looking for the exit at all times.
Yeah.
But yet wants to shoot me first. Like, no, that's not. For the most part, the Dark Military, 85% of that movie was shot in order, and that's a rare thing to happen too.
Wow. Dang. So how did you so with you doing everything, you're acting and directing and you're casting, how was it hard, like doing all that at once? I mean, so you're on set, you're acting, you're also trying to direct, you're also trying to, get all these people coordinated. Like, how did you do that? Did you lose your mind?
Look, I look at a film. There's a lot of film directors out there, and the real film directors, and I'm not trying to beef myself up, hear me out here, but you're either built to do this or you're not.
Yeah,
and
very true.
I've seen a lot of people like take the torch as a film director, and they fall apart, like on the set. But they're off to the side. They're panicking and like, oh, I can't do this. It's because it felt good to actually say you're in charge and take a shot, but you're not built. I'm just a person that when I set my mind something to it, I obsess on it. Mm-hmm. And I could have literally pushed any of those actors out of the way at any time and jumped into their role. Not that really makes sense, but like I knew I didn't even need this script supervisor to like correct the line. If I heard a line wrong, like I had it all down. Mm-hmm. So you also have to look at I was just built for that. And to top it all off, like I played a leader of the Dark Military, Barabbas, under the general. Like I had an act too, and you got to have a good assistant director, And another guy was really important. His name was Steve Carino. He's the unsung hero of my film. He's the guy that's like, he edited the film, he helped produce the film with me, and obviously when I'm directing, it's like I got to sign off on the clips and everything, but at the same time, when I'm filming and we're losing time here, I got to just, I'm letting him run the show. Mm-hmm. I got to step aside and put faith into somebody. So for anything that I may have come close to missing, he was just right in my ear, like, yo, we got this going on over here too, right? And I'm like, yeah, he was a major backbone to the film as well.
Oh, good. Well, that's awesome. Yeah. So, and he was assistant director, you said, as well.
He liked the title of a second unit director, but I call him, regardless. I give him the title of unsung hero because he brought a lot of things to the table. Like we were constantly off the side. Like, all right, let's have a quick meeting here before we call a wrap over here, And I had a big thing it was my first feature film. My DP had a lot of experience too, and so did a lot of the grips and anyone who had directing experience. I didn't mind before the scene wrapped if they want to call me over, so I could be like, yeah, dude, I have an idea over here. What do you think of this? Mm-hmm. I didn't pull that. How dare you say this? I am the director. Report to the principal's office.
Yeah.
Listen, because the worst thing that could happen is you say no, or you shoot what they're talking about, and I didn't like that. Mm-hmm. It's not gonna use the footage. Yeah. So I always say, like, it's okay to listen. There's a reason you hired these people. Mm-hmm. You have faith in them. If they got an idea, listen to them.
Oh, that's awesome. So you seem like you'd be really good to work for. Because like I hate, like when you get on set and, there are directors that are like that are super like, don't change one word, don't do this, don't do, it's like, fuck, like be nice, be understanding, be listening. Because I mean, sometimes, like if you and I've said this before, I don't know, I'm sure I've said it on here before, but it's like, if you have a line that your character is saying and it's just not you, it's not going to come off sounding good. Sometimes you got to kind of make it sound like a way you would talk, or it's going to sound really stupid.
You're right. And this was another, I had two fears with the dark military. Well, number one, a lot of the movie shot outside, and blessing, we had no rain. Because if we had rain one day, I mean, oh God, because it's like you still got to pay everybody. We were at a very tight budget. It's like we had enough money, but if we screw up one day here, the whole thing's over. So I was scared about that, and I was just scared that regardless, will someone from the cast or crew, even though I drafted these people that I felt right, is something going to go haywire. So we basically had roll call 4:30 in the afternoon. It was late September. It was dark at 6 o'clock. We shot the sunrise.
Brr.
I know. So myself and Steve Carino, we'd go home and we'd wake up around 11. I would immediately report to Steve's house because he's the editor, and we'd watch every bit of the footage to make sure we got all the shots right, because if something's wrong, a corrupt file, something we might have signed off on that we're like, we should go back and get that. You push that first the next day, and then try to get caught up. But basically, there's no party time for myself and him. And a lot of the people came over and stayed on location. So I had tents there. I had campers there, trailers there. We had golf carts taking people to and from in the woods. I mean, it was a nice getaway for everything. But I felt these people are staying over there. I should be there too. Even though I live 10 minutes away from this location, I want to be there. I don't want to be like, hey, I'm Mr. Rockstar. I'm just going to show up at the end. So I was always there by like 1 in the afternoon. And one of the things I was always worried about was when I pull up and these people are staying over at night, doing whatever shenanigans they may have been doing. I didn't know though, when I pull in, is there going to be a bunch of actors running up to me like, I can't work with this. This happened, that happened. It was just all, hey, Loren, what are we doing today? I'm like, yes.
You're like, okay, good.
Yes. That's
another good day.
Yeah. I mean, it's in the top, big moments of my life was that week. It flowed. I felt I earned it. I felt I did right by my cast and crew. I just thought it was, it was good. At the end, you didn't want it to end, even though you wanted to sleep.
Yeah. You're like, I need the rest, but I really don't want to quit. So as far as the music, I'm really, really, really into music. So I always notice the soundtracks. Did you choose the music?
Well, you could any director could choose the music. Will the band or the records label sign off on it? If you're asking all these people like, what's your budget? Be like, dude, I don't have any money for the music. Like, it's literally, can you do this or not? And I knew everybody personally. These were all friends within the hardcore, the punk scene, the rockabilly scene. And I just said like, here's where I'm at. Here's what I'm trying to do. Your song fits this scene. And we'll give you the full credit and all that, and just, can I or can't I? And I got every song but one. Trying to get a song by the Chop Tops, and it turned out their managers wanted $10,000 for it, and I was like,
holy shit!
It's not Welcome to the Jungle. Chill. Like I could pass that. Like chill. $10,000. I was like, what? I was like,
you're like, and go fuck yourself.
Yeah. $10,000, like I'm gonna bring in some more. I'm gonna pay my cast better and bring in more people and extend days for a song. Are you kidding me?
You're like, no. Yeah, I loved the music. The music was, that was fucking good music.
Yeah, I had the Green Lady Killers, so they were all-girl punk band out of Arizona. I had Screaming Rebel Angels, who's my friend Laura, who I've known for 20 years. She's up in New York. She's a singer of that rockabilly band. I had band Animal House. That's a local punk band out of Philly. Cool. And That was an easy score. At the very end of the movie, the Dark Military song is by Bad Luck 13 and their Riot Extravaganza. If you put in Bad Luck 13 Riot Extravaganza on YouTube, you'll see some interesting. The name's just not to sound tough, folks. Okay, a lot of crazy stuff happens. And Jay, the singer, he's the guy that did all my tattoos and stuff. And I was like, "Yo, dude," because he loves horror. I was like, "Dude, would you write a song for me?" He's like, "Holy shit, would I?" It was the first song they wrote in 10 years. So we also shot the music. Yes, we also shot the music video for it. I was like, "You write the song, we'll shoot the music video for it." And we just didn't want some live show. We got a movie theater.
Oh,
and
cool.
we put the band in front of the movie screen and played the movie while they performed, and brought in the cast members of the Dark Military, like out of character, walking in, sitting down, look up on the screen, be like, "Why am I on the movie screen?" And made like a whole storyline out of it. And it's like they're seeing themselves get killed, their nightmare comes to life, and when they try to leave, the real Dark Military shows up and doesn't let them leave. So we made like a whole storyline, like almost. I was like, we took a page out of "You Could Be Mine," like the Terminator. We took a whole page out of that, but we had fun with it. So if you put Dark Military Bad Luck 13 on YouTube, you can watch it, and it's got high production value. Yeah,
I have to look that up. That's fucking badass. That's super. So with your film festival, so you have the two of them that you were mentioning. So do you still do it? Do you do it every year?
So I've done that for 7 years, and the main building I ran out of that just closed, the Trocadero, is now closed. Now, I did run out of 2 other buildings, Philly Mocha. I ran out of a coffee shop. The coffee shop spot was free and was always a lot of fun because it's a coffee shop and a video store in one. It was really freaking cool.
Ooh, that's neat.
Everything folded, all 3 of them. So, like recently, what the Dark Military got me to was a small role, and I helped find a major location at Terrifier 2.
That's so exciting.
That's the Dark Military equal. That Terrifier 2, and I might be there's always that. Everyone always has a might, but I'm talking with another heavyweight film director that and a lot of other people know, but I don't want to say nothing yet. But that's what the Dark Military has led me to. That's what hard work, that's what heart and passion lead to. Mm-hmm. So, when it comes to bringing Freedom Shorts and Liberty Massacre back, which if anyone could explain, Liberty Massacre is what it sounds like. It's all horror. Freedom Shorts could be horror, drama, action, cartoon, whatever. It's like, that's more of my professional one. That's why I put my hand in both worlds. But I don't know if I have time. If provided the Trocadero Theater reopens over new management, provided the rent's not through the roof, I mean, trust me, I had that place for a good hometown discount, to have a whole full movie theater like that. Like it was gorgeous. But I'm also one of the people like, sometimes that's fate telling you don't go back. I'm just gonna let fate tell me what to do. If I get an opportunity to go back, I'll go back. If it's done, it's done. I'll just see where it goes.
Nice.
So
awesome. Did so Terrifier 2, are you allowed to say what role you played?
Yeah. It's a small scene. It's more towards the beginning, but I am the DJ. I'm the DJ at a big club scene where they introduce a lot of characters. So nice. You'll clearly know when I'm there. And there's also a haunted house, which is what I nailed. I landed Fright Factory in Philadelphia.
Damn.
Yeah. So a long scene there. Philly Terrifier is filmed in Jersey, New York, and Philadelphia. More largely in New York, but the scene I was at was in New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So anyone who knows Crazy and Gothic, Club QXTs, that's where the club scene is taking place. That happened back in November.
Badass. Oh, that's so exciting. I can't wait to see it. Terrifier. What?
Yeah, I can't wait to see it either. It's kind of crazy. It's like, I know how it ends, but no, obviously I'm not going to say that. But I don't. I actually never fully read the script. Like I've just been in so many shoots, I kind of piece things together. So in my mind, I've seen half the movie, but like I don't know everything, and it's like I don't even want to ask because I want to kind of be in there with you guys. Like, I want to be in there with you guys. Like,
yeah.
So
the first time, be kind of surprised a little bit, as much as you can be.
So as far as if it's not my film, it's obviously Damien Lloyd's film. If he sells that ride up and it goes to a distributor, I can't do what I would like to do. If he doesn't sell it and he starts doing the screenings, I will be the guy. I will arm wrestle and put Damien in a huge headlock if he doesn't let me do the Philadelphia screening. You hear that, Damien?
I'll send him the link afterwards.
Yes, I will have that all set up. But if it like I said, I think the character is so built up. I don't see how they can't sell the film.
Yeah,
I don't ask about that department. That's rude. So, but
yeah,
so we'll see. But if it gets sold, it's out of his hands. It's out of everybody's hands if the movie gets sold.
Yeah, because they take over and stuff, right?
They got their marketing plan and all that. But I can tell you that the Damien's he's on schedule to have it ready for us for the fall.
Sweet.
That I do. That is the goal, unless some big wrench comes in, and then I would hope we don't have to wait till 2021 because I think he wants it purposely for Halloween.
Oh, yeah, shit, it's been crazy. Real quick before we kind of wrap up, I did see that you were in Death House.
Yeah.
And you were a rioter.
I was basically part. I was one of when the prison riot breaks out. I was with the stunt team.
Cool.
So. I could spot me. You got to be a real fan to spot where I'm at because it was so dark. And I thought they could have did a lot better job with that scene with the editing. But I mean, what they did, it's not, sorry. It's not my film. So yeah, that was filmed that part was filmed in Philadelphia up at Holmberg Prison, right after 95. Wow.
Dang.
And it was freezing. It was like February. Yeah, it was February. It was freezing. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but because it's a prison, like it's a. I don't even think it's active anymore. If it is, a very small part of it's got to be active. But I mean, I don't think they made prisons back 100 years ago to be very comforting.
Yeah, not like it is today, right?
yeah. So it was just all stone and stuff. So
they're like freeze to death assholes.
Was there, RA was there, and so was Kane Hodder. I think that's it for the horror audience would know anyway. I think that's all who was there that day.
Bill Oberst Jr. was in it too, which I was excited about.
I mean, the whole idea of it, that's why I did it. It's like,
really?
Yeah, it was the whole idea why I wanted to be in the film. I wanted to say I was in there with every horror movie icon and stuff.
That's so
cool.
Yeah, there were so many names in it. I was like, through the whole thing, I'm like, oh my gosh, which was super cool.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I would say if I had a film opportunity like that, that wouldn't be the direction I would go through. That wasn't. Yeah. I can't say I did a cartwheel over that movie when I saw the finished product, but it was just really awesome to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So
definitely. See, maybe you need to redo one and do it with your vision and get all these big names again.
I've had ideas for that for a long time. I think every director's always had that, like, hey, what would you do if you got everybody together? I would be trying to play to those actors' strengths. I don't think that happened.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. Yeah, you got to go to an actor's strength. The same way where like people are like, well, dude, people you cast in your film, they all did an amazing job for me, but it was like, yo, dude, I could have did that better. And I'm like, you know what? For that particular role, I think you would have been better. That doesn't mean I think you would have done good on my set. There's a huge difference.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference.
Yeah.
And I always tell like actors, like you gotta watch how crazy you get on social media too. Like if anyone who goes to my wall, you mostly see like a podcast I'm on. It's mostly dark military stuff, Terrifier stuff, and videos from the cat colony. Nobody knows any of my political because I don't want to go there. Number one, what does politics do? It upsets people. Exactly. As soon as you say one side, you got your followers and you got your haters. I don't want to do that. I want, when you see my wall or anywhere, I want to be like, yo, this is an all right guy. Well, they kind of both been on the show for a while, a decade, Jason and Freddie. I think their time has come again because I don't want to see Michael Myers fight Jamie Lee in diapers anymore. I just don't.
Diapers?
Yeah, they are. You know what happened at the end of Halloween Kills? They both shit their pants, and that movie's going to end. That's what's going to happen. I don't get it. I just think the horror audience should just say no. Like, I'm not paying to see that. And then it made like $78 million opening weekend. And I'm like, I don't get it. I love you guys. Don't get why. Is it at the point now where it's like you just have to say you saw it to compare it to the others, to go home on Facebook and be like, here's how I ranked them in order. 1, 2, 3. Like,
they do too.
Yeah. When I read that, I just want to, like, I don't like I said, they're my friends. But why am I reading this? Like, who cares? I always say that about my own post. Like, I'm about to put up this. Anybody care what I'm about to put up? He was on the other foot, you know? But,
oh, man.
Like, you realize, like, what is this? What?
No, go ahead.
No, but it's like, isn't it? This is Jamie Lee's in this one. This is the 6th time I got Michael Myers can't kill an old woman, like, but he's gonna kill a whole bunch of teenagers in the process. Like, I just, I love Jamie Lee. Yeah, I'm not buying it, guys. I was out in the first few minutes of that last Halloween film, which I waited for. It was on HBO because I wouldn't give it any money. It's like, no. I was out in the first 5 minutes. It just felt. The heart was gone. It felt forced. I saw him without his mask. That killed me. I'm like, he just looks like a janitor to me. I'm not scared of a janitor. I just wasn't into it. Yeah, so I kind of don't remember it to that point. That's how much
you didn't care. You're like, that's how much I enjoyed it. I don't remember it.
Don't care.
I remember the teeth being thrown.
I don't remember that. Do you? I remember that. I don't. Again, I'm Loren Lepre. I am on Facebook. I am also on Instagram. The Dark Military is also on Facebook and Instagram. Please add that, follow it. We need you. You are our audience as independent filmmakers. We sink or fail because of you. We make these movies because of you. I'm bringing new horror icons to the table. Please give it a watch. You can watch it for free on Amazon Prime. The almighty Tubi. You go there right now. Voice command it. You'll be able to see it. You know, Tubi's like the shit right now. Able TV. You could also buy the Blu-ray at averagesuperstarfilms.com or screamteamreleasing.com. And Amazon, but it's a little expensive there. Get it to one of the other two. And yeah.
You're supposed to be saying buy it on Amazon because it's more expensive and you'll get a little bit more money.
Yeah. More about the art first, but money's good.
Yeah.
But and also please visit my website, averagesuperstarfilms.com. Lots of material there. I have 56 pages of like everything I'm ever involved in from my wrestling, all the Dark Military press, the interviews. My first film, Pennsylvania Hardcore, some Terrifier stuff going up, spoiler free, obviously, going up soon. So yeah, a lot of traffic. I always say it's very important to log everything.